We'll call this Hamilton County Veteran Service Commission meeting to order. We'll all rise, face the flag as the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
I'll have roll call of board members.
Commissioner Brightfeld.
Present.
Commissioner Patton.
Present.
Commissioner Parks.
Here.
Commissioner Rowland.
Attending.
Did you say pending?
Attending.
Oh, it's pending. Okay, Commissioner Parks.
Here.
Commissioner Watson. Commissioner Ware.
Here.
Commissioner Welling.
Yeah.
And Commissioner Wilson.
I will now entertain a motion to approve our agenda. Make a motion to do that. Night to about 45. Second. We have a motion duly seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there any discussion? I'm sorry. Is there any discussion on the agenda? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, we're under public comment. Anyone here have any of our visitors have anything they'd like to say today?
Madam President, first and foremost, we want to welcome as a commission, our new commissioner, Commissioner Steve Breitfelder. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And at this point, before reserving it to the public, I do know that a couple of staff just want to give a brief update before they continue on mission. So we do have James Massey, our transportation manager, and would just like to give an update on the transportation department, along with our driver, Jerry Coleman.
So Jerry, you want to do the quick?
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Jerry Coleman. I am the driver in the transportation department. Spent 4 years in the Air Force. Spent 3 years in Air Force Reserve. I have 2 children, 4 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. I grew up in Cincinnati, attended Purcell High School. I graduated from the University of Cincinnati in 1979, degree in education. And I worked, well, I've been driving for over 20 years. I worked at Whitmer's Dry Cleaner for 18 years. I worked at Hootapole Brewing Company as a skipper filling in for a person who's injured or on vacation. And that's probably my resume.
Jerry, from your standpoint, how's driving and picking up veterans now going 3 weeks? How's that going?
Going pretty well. We've been pretty well received. Every place I've been, those different facilities, they seem to be very enthusiastic. They said they didn't even know we existed.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're trying to get the word out, what we do.
Thank you. Thank you.
On the people that you couldn't assist, what was the problem?
That is scheduling. So that's,
Okay.
if you want to, each one should have a transportation report, basic numbers so far. So to answer your question, it's a very important number. Could not assist. It's not because we didn't get there on time or whatnot. That's because we already had transportation scheduled at that time. So that just shows you moving forward that we need to expand in our need to be able to serve our county veterans. So just looking at the basic numbers, just starting out, as Jerry noted, a lot of our veterans are still starting to learn that we have a transportation department. June was a little low. We just started. We did seven transports. July, we already have either 11 completed or on the books, and then 1 scheduled for August. So you know that the numbers are already shown that we're going to continue to grow as the word spreads. And one thing leads to another as we pick up these veterans from facilities. A lot of the veterans aren't using any of their other VA benefits besides medical. So our first pickup that we did together was a wheelchair pickup. Vietnam veteran, was not, didn't file leave of dependents, no pension, no service-connected disability. So one benefit that we're providing is going to lead to further benefits for the veterans. So, we're growing, we're being received, and it's a needed service. 100%. Any specific questions I can take or steal?
James, I have one. The second line here, VA Clinic Norwood, is that now the vet center located down in Elsinore?
No, that is not the vet center.
Is it still-
It's a clinic.
It's still in Norwood?
They still do have an Norwood clinic.
Okay, thank you. I didn't, I thought it moved to the town.
Sounds like the facility.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any other questions of Jane?
Good to go?
Right.
All right, carry on.
We'll all be able to see the van here shortly, and
Yes,
right
sir.
after this meeting, we'll have the van up front.
Yeah, we'll do transport.
All right, thank you. Second, I do want to introduce our new intake specialist, Chelsea Suture. Welcome, Chelsea. Want to say hello?
Andrea.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. I'm Chelsea Zucker. I transferred from the Finance Department. I am the baby of a vet. My father was a Marine and served in Vietnam, and so what else? I'm sorry. So I'm excited to be here. It's a very rewarding job. So I served taxpayers before in the finance, so now I serve the best taxpayers. So I'm very happy to be here. My brother is a retired master sergeant from the Army. My cousin still serves in the Navy. So we're very proud of our family, yes, and our service.
We're happy to have you, Chelsea.
Thank you.
It's new face.
Sorry, I'm a public speaker. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Madam President?
Okay, let's see here now. Any of you gentlemen have anything you want
Happy to be here. Good to see
to,
you.
we're glad to have you here.
Glad to be back.
Glad to have you, sir.
I'm not sure if I'm on the agenda.
You are on the agenda, sir.
You're on the agenda then. All right, probably. All right, so of course, we have another gentleman just came in. Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome back. Do you have anything you'd like to say before we continue on in the meeting?
Just listen. Trying to get all the information I can.
What's your name then?
Maurice Thomas.
Bruce Thomas?
Maurice.
Maurice.
Wait a minute, come in.
Welcome
Maybe
on the board right now.
I'm
This is for public comment if you have something you'd like to say.
just coming for an exception.
Okay,
Yes.
all
you're on
right,
the agenda.
we got you. Okay. I will entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes from our previous meeting of June the 11th, 2025.
So moved.
second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn to executive session to review emergency financial assistance applications for the period of 6/1/25 through 6/30/25 in pursuit of ORC 121.22J and 50901.09C. And 2, to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of any public employee or official pursuit into the ORC 121.22G1.
Yeah. I'd like to invite the director and the secretary into the financial officer and prosecutor into our finance, into our meeting.
Do we have a motion to go into executive session to discuss these things?
So moved.
So moved. All right, you guys second it. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
This has to be.
Oh, we don't. I was thinking, I'll learn my time. I'm
sitting right in front of you, so I can catch your eye easier.
Okay.
Commissioner Brightfeld?
Yes.
Commissioner Hadden?
Yes.
Commissioner Parks?
Go ahead.
Commissioner Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Welling?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Wilson?
Okay. All right, we're back in regular session. And we're going to move into old business.
Motion to approve the financial assistance application for jobs.
I am telling you, one of these days. Motion to approve the financial assistant list.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Second, roll call, please, Pam.
Commissioner Brightfelder?
Yes.
Commissioner Parks? Commissioner Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Welling?
Yes.
Commissioner Wilson?
Yeah.
Commissioner Hadden? Commissioner Ware? Yes, please, no, they always sign me.
We already signed.
Sign June's already?
I gave my copy. Okay. So I don't know where Commissioner Hedden.
Hand run to us.
Okay, all right. So we can entertain a by leave, Madam President, to entertain his vote. If you'd like to move on to old business, we can do that.
Yes, please.
Okay. For old business, the first item is Veterans Cemetery Program. This is just an update. At our last meeting, the board formally approved. I'm gonna hold off and go back. A by leave item is to entertain the recorded vote for Commissioner Vice President Hedden as to the approval of the financial assistance applications for the period of June 1 to June 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the Veterans Cemetery Program, the board approved the Veteran Cemetery Program. We've executed the memorandum of understanding on our end. The county has executed it on their end. Administrator Jeff Valuto has signed it, so it's now a agreed upon memorandum of understanding. So how it will work out now is that we will assess now the immediate need for county cemeteries that are seeking assistance with the maintenance of their graves, monuments, and memorials. And then we'll go from there. The first year that we're implementing this, because we're already in the calendar year for 2025, is $25,000 reserved from our general fund for this year. And then we will reassess going into subsequent years on what that amount will be. So Commissioner Brightfelder basically, and for those that aren't aware, the Ohio Revised Code outlines that the responsibility of veteran gravesite maintenance actually falls on the Board of County Commissioners, not the Veteran Service Commissions. But other counties, we're now the second county in Ohio that I'm aware of that has now engaged an agreement with the county that the responsibility will be delegated to the Veteran Service Commission because it's within our scope of work. And in exchange, we'll have their continued support, but more importantly, the funding support. In the event that there are cemeteries that come to us, we exceed our current threshold annual budget, we can go back to the county and they'll approve a additional appropriation out of the general fund. So that's now an agreement that we've taken on. Any questions? Madam President, the second item is FC Cincinnati activation. This is just an update. You'll see a colored photo collage in your folder. We did our first engagement, our outreach engagement. I'm going to have our high-speed outreach manager, Amber and Duvisi, just update. Basically, we had a phenomenal showing, not just from our office, but from the community as well, as the strategic exclusive military and veteran sponsor partner of FC Cincinnati. Amber, you want to tell us a little bit more about Saturday?
Yeah, so Saturday, it was, most of the office joined us. I want to share some of the swag items that we did get, for our partnership with FC. Just so you can see when we have cows, if you all want to take any with you. It was a real nice time to engage with the community with us being the initial partner. of FC and the first veteran organization. As the director said, we did have the opportunity to have good real estate, so where we were stationed was a real prime spot. So we got to engage with a lot of veterans, within the community. With a lot of veterans within the community, and moving forward, we will continue to have the same, we'll be stationed at the same place, we were this Saturday. So what we do is we go to Washington Park, I don't know if you're familiar with FC, and we stay over there prior to the game kickoff, and then when the Bailey march is over, that's when we close down. But then we did have some of our service officers to also go to the game, and we enjoyed the game, and we also honor a veteran that we partner with that works for OMJ. And we got to choose the veteran that we honored, and so we chose James King. We work closely with him. He's a DBOP at Ohio Meat Shops. So that's what we did for Saturday. So again, all those things are there. We also, this is our shirt that I have on, to show our official partnership, and this is what we wear when we're out in the community and doing outreach. And then we also changed the branding on our pamphlets to include the FC partnership logo as well. Great. Any more questions about FC?
So what does the partnership mean in terms of dollar?
So, what we engaged in was a, $49,000 partnership that will run through this current year, into next year. An exchange will be advertised at every home game. And then, all of the digital assets that they have, every single TV screen, including the giant screen, will have the logo that says official military sponsor, Veteran Service Commission. Not only that, they will be part of our Appreciation Day event. There's a home game that day, so what they'll do is they will announce our Appreciation Day event during the game, so that they will direct traffic after the game to our Appreciation Day at Sawyer Point. They'll also send their mascot and support staff down at Sawyer Point to also engage the crowd while we're there for our Appreciation Day.
Okay, so 49 grand plus all of the other stuff, or,
No, it's included.
okay.
That's it.
They haven't.
Right. Yes, yeah. And speaking of that, so I do want to segue now to the Military Veteran Appreciation Day, that Amber can update on how that's going. The first thing that I want to just say is that we have been officially approved. We sought a grant through the Office of Addiction Response. We just got approved an $80,000 grant for the Veteran Service Commission from the state of Ohio. It is going to the Appreciation Day event. Anything that's related to the assisting of veterans that require substance abuse treatment or intervention. That also includes our Veterans Justice Intervention Team, and how we're going to allow for the Veterans Treatment Court to highlight their program at the Appreciation Day event. So $80,000 can go to non-food items, and all they need is receipts, and they'll reimburse us for the expenses that we have. So a lot of that is going to go to logistical items, tent, chairs, desks, also parking. Since now we're competing with the Bengals, who also have a home game that day, the lots will not be available. So we're going to acquire the use of the lots across the street from Sawyer Point. That'll run, I think it was $5 per spot, and there's 400 spots there. So that grant will go to help that. So that offsets the appropriation that we had budgeted last year for Appreciation Day event. But Amber, if you want to just update where planning is.
So as you know, we're 6 weeks out. We do have all of the food trucks locked in. We have 8 savory and 4 sweets, all local organizations, small businesses, to include La Rosa's. We tried to get the big 3, the La Rosa's, Skyline, and Graders. And the only one that was available was La Rosa's. And they are bringing their big pizza wagon.
The rest of them are through the small business preferred vendors.
Absolutely, per the Hamilton County Board of County Commissioners. We also have all our bands confirmed and locked in. We currently have 86 confirmed resource vendors, and we are continuing to get contacts every day. The cutoff will be August 1st though, but like I said, currently we're at 86, And that includes two VA mobile units from Cincinnati and 909 Vine. Both of their outreach programs will participate. And we are at 650 registered veterans, as of today.
Amber, just real quick, I connected Jeannie back marketing pack with Mike and Steve Misla, who are Skyline franchise owners.
Yes.
And they were gonna resubmit the application from their end up through Skyline Court.
Oh, okay, great. Yes, they have been.
And that just happened yesterday.
Oh, okay, good.
So it's
We're
still,
hopeful to get off the way.
still works, right?
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Rowland. So his graders did decline, but that's great to know. So thank you for that assistance.
Sure. The other thing, the other big update is that the VA has come back to us and informed us that the VA headquarters in DC has not approved the VA mobile units that are contracted out because of travel restriction that's still in place and also budget restrictions. So the VA mobile units that Amber is talking about are the smaller vans that the Cincinnati Medical Center has. So they will still show up, and we'll have contractors to do the claims work like they did at our Appreciation Day event last year. But to also accommodate for what we're also hoping for is a large number of veterans that are getting their claims work done for the first time. Because we're not having the VA mobile units as we all were hoping for, then we have now reached out to Wounded Warriors that are going to be providing service officers. We're reaching out to all the other surrounding counties to send their service officers. And then also we are now in the middle of negotiating a telebank telethon with WCPO that will run the Monday before Appreciation Day event. It will be a 4 to 8 p.m. telethon in which all veterans in Hamilton County can call into WCPO. We'll have our VSOs and also the VSO partners of Wounded Warriors DAV and the medical center on site at WCPO taking live calls regarding claims work. And so all of that will run the Monday before the event. We'll push the traffic and the announcement for the Saturday event that Monday for our Appreciation Day. But it is sad news that we're not getting the VA mobile units, but it sounds like no city is potentially getting that this year. So, but we'll make do. We'll drive on. Any further questions?
Yeah, so the coffee with the veterans, that's something new that we started this past Tuesday. Last Tuesday was our first time going out to the VA and having what we call coffee and conversations with the veterans. It was a huge success. We were there till almost noon, serving coffee and donuts and talking to veterans and just explaining and sharing our presence in the community and answering any questions and driving traffic into our lobby doors. We will, moving forward, we'll do that the first Tuesday of every month. So our next event will be August 5th. And we will be at the Cincinnati VA across from the auditorium. We load in at 07:30 and the coffee service starts at 08 until we run out of supplies. And we went through 8 dozen donuts and 5 vats of coffee last Tuesday. So really successful.
And where do we get our donuts from?
Well, we had half of them from Wyoming Pastry. But then I realized that I didn't have enough donuts, so then we went to Dunkin' and got the additional.
Well, I'll be there August the 5th.
Okay.
And I'll bring 6 dozen glazed donuts from Harrison Home Bakery.
You bring 6 dozen?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, thank you.
If I may, I was there and it's amazing how many veterans don't know about Hamilton County. And it was great that we got out and had conversations with them where they could get their DD 214. They didn't know they could come down here and do an application with a VSO. You know, they standing in line, wait for information right there at the VA, because we right next to them, and they getting turned down. So what we did was we had them come down here. So the next one, I would like to see a VSO up there just to answer the question, because Amber's too busy to do that. So, and if a commission, you know, would come up, you know, and just talk to her and be present, it would be nice. She did a great job. Thank you.
Or do we have signage down there? Because I one's passing out the coffee and donuts.
We did submit for our signage to be ready for the August 5th. We didn't have it this past Tuesday, but we do have that in the works.
Okay, great.
Yes, ma'am.
We're getting, email addresses.
We're getting emails, phone numbers, name, addresses. We have a sign-in sheet and even whatever they may need assistance with so that we can do the direct referral. We did fill up almost 2 sheets of that for veterans.
Yeah, we're doing a sign up now, rotating the VSOs, so it won't always be outreach team, because they are spread thin, but we'll have VSOs there to answer specific questions. All right. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Amber's an advanced party at the Quality Inn, for our tour there. Just a few minutes.
Okay.
The last item for old business, this is we had tabled the sponsorship request for the USS Cincinnati Memorial at the beginning of this year. And there was additional questions that were solicited pending the questions of the board. And now we have an additional presenter for the USS Cincinnati and Mr. Jonathan Granville. So, John, welcome.
Thank you.
The floor is now yours.
Oh, boy. Well, I spent 36 plus years working for various commissions, mostly park districts in Ohio. I spent some time teaching. Unfortunately, my eyesight was too bad to join the Navy. I'm sort of a black sheep of the family, I guess, because my grandfather served in World War II in Archangel, Russia. My father was on the Elkan Highway, building the highway up to Alaska. My father-in-law, who passed away last year, served on Iwo Jima, second wave, and my sister was in the Guard. So I'm kind of the family member who didn't cut it, unfortunately. However, I'm here to talk about the USS Cincinnati Peace Memorial. It is a unique project, has I think we'll have draw from at least the eastern United States, as does the soccer complex, which is right next door. We expect thousands of visitors coming not just from out of the area, but also from the 3-county area. Westchester Township is going to actually be involved with managing the site. The Butler County Metro Park District actually owns the property from the federal government originally. It's right next to the Museum of Broadcasting right there at VOA, Voice of America Metro Park, off Tylersville, and it's under construction right now. So I'm here to ask whether or not you have any final questions on this project. I understand you've got some literature. We've got, of course, a webpage, subcincy with a y.org. You can get that information. We're short a few dollars to make the entire project happen. There's an educational program with it, a STEM system. I think it'd be a great location for outreach programs for the Veterans Commission, and we'd like to have you as a partner. So, questions?
Yeah, question. Have you looked at how much Butler County?
Yes,
for funds?
yes, and I, having worked there just a few years ago at the Park District, I can tell you that I think there's some financial pressures on that Veterans Commission.
My question is, ain't we could be give Hamilton County tax money to Butler County when Butler County is not giving no money to this project that's sitting in Butler County. We had asked before that money would go to DAV, but since it went to Kentucky, we could not do it. So I'm thinking we can't do this either, because it's outside of Butler County.
Outside of Hamilton.
Hamilton County.
Well, I would suggest that you're going to have lots of visitors from Hamilton County.
We cannot give money to Butler County, because it's been said before. We tried to give money before to DAV, because it was in Kentucky. People on the board was here, and I think we voted. We didn't table this. If you look at the minutes, it was voted not to give money outside of Hamilton County, and the only one that voted for it was Mr. Ware, if my memory correctly, right?
Say that again.
If we voted on it before, you were the only one that voted yes for money
For that.
Yeah.
For what now, for this project? Yes. Why, I turned up, was at the meeting, so it turned out.
My understanding, we can review the minutes, is that it was tabled because there was pending questions from Commissioner Hedden on what are the other county VSCs doing. So we sought the answers to that. It's been brought to my attention that Butler County just denied the request, and that Warren County, I'm not sure if
I think
Warren
they're
County-
pending,
Okay.
contact.
Last I heard was that a meeting was scheduled.
Yes.
Yeah, so, Commissioner Hedden's point is well taken. The only thing I'll add to that is the difference between when the DAV request was submitted and when the USS Cincinnati's request was initially submitted is that we actually adopted a sponsorship request policy. So then it was, I'll just say, it was arbitrary. The requests that would come in were arbitrary to the board. Now there's a policy in place, and that policy was followed for the USS Cincinnati's request, as all requests this current calendar year. You'll see that the scoring matrix that we put, it's not perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a perfect policy. And if the policy needs to be improved, then certainly, pending the board's prerogative, we can change that policy. But the policy outlines that a sponsorship request is rated from 0 points to 100 points. And that there is a threshold to where if they want to seek the maximum funding, which is the board approved $10,000, they would have to get 90 to 100 points, or 81 to 100 points, okay? The USS Cincinnati was rated by the recommendation of the outreach manager, Amber and Dubisi, and then adopted as my recommendation as well, a rating of 90 points. They were not granted the full amount because of the geographic impact. So the second to last line item under geographic impact assesses whether an event or organization has a direct benefit to Hamilton County. They get the full 10 points. If it's a regional benefit outside of Hamilton County, then they would actually get a reduction, because then the argument is that then our sponsorship is going beyond our immediate border and not being confined to Hamilton County. Or if there's no direct benefits to Hamilton County veterans at all, then they would get 0 for geographic impact. So they were assessed a regional benefit of 5 points. And that's how, under this current policy, Commissioner Hedden's point, well taken, was actually considered. That is all I will say. The recommendation is what it is, but Commissioner Hedden's point is again understood.
With good conscience, I cannot take Hamilton County tax money that I'm voting for here to give to Butler County, even though it's called US Cincinnati. I can't do it.
Good luck, I have a comment. Given the history of this, because Memorial and everything started here, that's why the USS Cincinnati is here. Now, it's not called USS Mason, and I get it because I'm, Voice of America, but as veterans, we serve nationally. And I would like to see it here in Hamilton County, but that has been denied or voted down or.
Didn't make it. Yeah, the original thought was it was going to be built here on the banks.
Right.
The banks, yeah. We're not actually giving it to Butler County, though. We're giving it to,
You are taking Hamilton County money, and Butler County would not give money to this sitting in Butler County.
Richard, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's finish my thought. I love you, Richard.
I love you too.
I'm just saying, when you're saying we're giving it to Butler County, we're not giving it to Butler County. The USS Cincinnati, it's been a long drawn out affair. I remember many discussions of that trying to get in downtown Cincinnati where they originally wanted it to be. I don't know why, what the huge problem is getting it in Cincinnati. But all I just want to clarify is we're not giving it to Butler County. This happens to be where it's going to be located. That's all I want to clear up. I don't want someone saying we're going to give the money to Butler County. We're not. If this would be approved, we'd be giving it to this foundation.
That's
Right,
true.
and then this before, for money for the DAG, for 5K race, and it couldn't be gave because it wasn't in Hamilton County. So what is the difference? We setting something up different for somebody else, because you couldn't do it for one, so how can you do it for another?
But Commissioner, that's what I was explaining, is that when the DAV request was submitted last year, we didn't have the sponsorship policy in place. That's the difference. We didn't have this matrix, sir.
And the USS Cincinnati scored 90, they got a 90 on our criteria, what we set up, they got a 90. Yeah, I understand. I can't even deny it. It's a 90, but with the DAV, they said because it was out the region, it was out Hamilton County. Even with this is outside Hamilton County. It's the same to me that if it's outside of Hamilton County, you're playing with Hamilton County tax line. You know, and if you couldn't do it for DAV, how you gonna do it for another? I don't care what the metric is, it could be 200. So what goes for one should go for the other.
Yes, sir. So here's what I suggest to the board is that, that this request, is voted on with the current policy in place. And then there's a reconsideration on whether we need to amend our policy so that, and the staff will do whatever the board dictates for us to do. So if our policy needs to be changed, then the policy could be changed to where if a entity is seeking funding for an event or a memorial that is physically located outside of Hamilton County, they get a zero. There is no way that they can seek funding, is what my understanding from Commissioner Head. So, but that would have to be a change of policy. The reason why we implemented this was to standardize these requests that come in. And the policy was followed by USS Cincinnati, was followed by the staff. So I think it would behoove the commission to retroactively apply a different policy to a request that's already completed and pending.
Director, I think that the policy that we have is fair. You know, when it comes to memorials and things like that, we have to think broadly in terms of what our military is, what we represent, we are. And I would say that a veteran in Hamilton County could remember, I have a question. Right. So Warren County, is it Warren County?
Yes.
They are not contributing.
Warren County, it seems from Mr. Granville, is that the last I heard from Mr. Dreyfall, Steve Dreyfall, who submitted this request on behalf of USS Cincinnati, was that they tried to schedule a meeting with the executive director of Warren County. They wouldn't come back with a scheduled meeting. It sounds like there is a pending meeting. It's Butler County that has flat out denied the request. And
By the way, I should say, I think they did that based on a misinterpretation of an attorney general's opinion,
yes, perhaps.
which I've read.
Well, we don't know what the
Okay,
reason
so
is.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's Warren
The memorial's in Butler County. Butler.
Oh, Butler just said no.
Correct. And if I may, I don't want to speak for Butler County, but since this attorney general's opinion was brought up, there was an attorney general's opinion from at least 10 years ago, about 10 years ago. The question to the attorney general was whether the Veteran Service Commission can actually distribute funds to a nonprofit. Very broad question. And the attorney general came back and said, no, the Veteran Service Commission cannot distribute funds to a nonprofit. However, Ohio Revised Code outlines that the Veteran Service Commission's one of its duties is to engage and support programs of outreach with other entities. So there are two interpretations of the Attorney General's opinion. Some VSCs, and it sounds like Butler County might be one, but I don't want to speak for Butler County, is that they interpret the Attorney General's opinion that any nonprofit that comes to the Veteran Service Commission cannot seek funding, will not be approved, okay? The other interpretation that has been adopted longstanding by this commission, also Montgomery County as well, is that we do not simply give our funds to a nonprofit without anything in return that regards programs of outreach, okay? We partner with these entities. A perfect example is that the Red Cross, or MOA, Military Officers Association, last year asked us to sponsor the Surviving Spouses Estate Planning Workshop at the Red Cross. So what we explained to them was, if you're going to seek funding, we cannot just simply give $2,000, which I think was the amount of the request, to MOA. Full stop. No, we need to be an active partner. What does that mean? We will be sending a representative to the Red Cross. I was there, Pam was there, the outreach team was there with a full booth. We're going to present on behalf of the Veteran Service Commission and explain what the Veteran Service Commission does. It's a program of outreach. We'll have a booth. If you want additional information, you can come to our booth, and we stay the entire time. That is a program of outreach. That, it is my opinion, that that is abiding by the Attorney General's opinion. Okay? The USS Cincinnati is similar because what Mr. Granville has spoken of is, if you look at this document, it talks about an education pillar to the USS Cincinnati Pavilion, and that's where it will develop, provide, and staff a STEM trades education program directed at students, to where on site, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Granville, it is the hope that the pavilion would have an education type
Yes.
portion there.
Yeah, the foundation for the building is there.
Right, that will allow the Veteran Service Commission to have an on-site location where we can continue to conduct programs of outreach for the veterans that come in. Hamilton County, yes, that's the hope. Regional veterans, sure, because one of the things that we do on the commission that's not bound by jurisdiction is claims work. Our VSOs are credentialed by the VA and can help any veteran around the country. We are currently assisting veterans in Florida, Massachusetts, Virginia. There's even one in Norway that has a family here and came down and heard that I don't have a veteran service office in Norway. Can you help me with my claims work? And we're helping that veteran because that's non-jurisdictional. Financial assistance, yes, they must be a Hamilton County resident. And then also transportation, they have to be a Hamilton County resident. So conducting programs of outreach, it can't be a passive contribution. It has to be an active outreach with the other entity. So that's the explanation.
I would say that the history of Voice of America Metro Park is that it is a regional facility. It draws people in. I was there when the soccer complex got built. We got people from everywhere east of the Mississippi coming in. Adults with kids, because mostly it's kids playing sports, soccer, lacrosse, getting more popular, all kinds of it. The adults come, they usually have an hour or two to kill. This is a great place to make contact with people, including veterans.
Understand that, you say a key and everything. My thing is for veterans. We cannot give money to a veteran from outside of Hamilton County with Hamilton County tax dollars. I can't go to Butler County and get no money if I need it. I had to go to Hamilton County. Our tax base should be within. Where do we stop it at? Anybody from any county can come and get our money from our tax base that our citizens is paying within Hamilton County. I think it's unfair to our taxpayer. And that's it.
All right.
And I will go to the commission with this.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Richard would get it. So do we want to place this up for a vote or not? Well, to place anything up for a vote, it needs a motion.
I move that we vote.
Oh, sorry.
And we have a motion to approve, to approve the request. Is that, I'm sorry, because I couldn't hardly hear. You're so soft-spoken.
I'll make a motion to vote on whether or not we contribute our funds to the USS Cincinnati Memorial.
So if I understand that the motion is then a yes vote would be to approve it, a no vote would be to deny the request. And then the dollar amount of the funding is $10,000.
We have a motion in place. Take a vote to approve or to approve the motion for $10,000. Those will be up front. All right. And it's been properly seconded, and now we'll have roll call, please, Pam.
Commissioner Brightfelder?
So I need to ask a question before.
Yes, sir.
I'm a member of the USS Cincinnati Foundation. So does that create a conflict with this?
Potentially, sir, I would advise you to recuse yourself from this vote. Yeah. It's my understanding that Commissioner Welling will also recuse.
As president of the Greater Cincinnati Council, the Navy League, I too shall.
Okay.
Madam President. There's one consideration that we're tending to overlook, and that is not so much a jurisdictional issue as you got a veteran service commission responsible for a county, and that veteran service commission has turned down their request. The request goes to another veteran service commission in another county, and that veteran service commission approves the request, even though the veteran service commission responsible for Butler County said they don't want to approve it. So I think that it's a very worthwhile cause, but if you're setting up a conflict where one veteran service commission says you came into our jurisdiction on an issue that we turned down, and you offered to assist them. So that is one other consideration, that statewide you're pitting one county veteran service commission directly against another. So that's something.
If I could make one comment.
I'm sorry, but we're under a vote here.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so we've given you plenty of time,
Sure,
okay?
go ahead.
We're
I
under a
understand your
vote,
point.
so roll call, please, Pam.
I wasn't
I thought
there.
you-
I wasn't there.
Oh, well, he's interrupted, so I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
So there's some consideration that statewide, that might not be a good look within the Veteran Service Commission Association. That one Veteran Service Commission in another Veteran Service Commission territory, so to speak, votes for something that that commission voted against. So we just need to consider that as well. That's it.
All right, let's go on with the roll call, please.
Okay. Commissioner Hedden?
No.
Commissioner Parks?
Yes.
Commissioner Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson? Commissioner Wilson?
Yes.
So you have 4-2 votes.
Work we vote, the motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Granville. Being proud.
Appreciate the time. By the way, we haven't given up on Butler County yet. They may be involved after the project is finished. I expect that they wouldn't miss the opportunity for the outreach potentials.
What is the reason for denial?
It was the Attorney General's opinion that they misinterpreted, I think. But you have counsel, so if you have questions.
Who's missing?
Yes,
Okay.
I don't think the door is closed. Yes.
We got.
Thank you, sir.
Right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And outside. Madam President, for new business, gift card initiative, this is just an update to the board, is that the finance team is considering whether it's beneficial that we move completely away from direct checks made out to veterans. As you know, over a year ago, there was a longstanding policy of the commission to give all financial assistance requests, rent, mortgage, utilities, food, hygiene, clothing, in the form of a direct check made in the name of the veteran that they pick up from our office. So if all of those items are approved with the request, some veterans would get a $4,000 lump sum check and they pick it up. You could see the problems that that has created for follow-up and whether the veteran is doing what they said they're going to do. So in the last year, what have we done? We've gone to a hybrid. We've gone to a direct vendor system. So rent, utilities, mortgage, that's paid directly to landlords, mortgage companies, Duke, Greater Cincinnati Waterworks. So only in limited circumstances that are granted exception to policy at the director's level is actually approved a direct check in the name of the veteran. But food, hygiene and clothing are still issued out in the form of direct check. So, we still on occasion still have veterans that come in and substantiate that, the items from the last month's request was actually used for those items. Instead, we get bank statements and it shows an uptick in gambling at the casino, or an uptick in, going out to fast food every night. So how do we tighten up shot group and continue to be accountable to the taxpayers? Is the recommendation of Jim, our finance manager, is that we go to a full gift card initiative. Like other counties, Franklin County being, I think, the model, they do Kroger gift cards, and I think Meijer or Walmart gift cards that are locked for tobacco and alcohol. And that hygiene, food, and clothing would be issued out in the form of the gift card to them. And then if they come back for subsequent assistance, they have to show proof, a receipt of what that gift card was actually used for. So there's just some considerations that we're in the process of thinking through right now. One is physical security. These gift cards we could be housing hundreds of thousands of dollars in the forms of gift cards within our office. We need to be able to have the security measures in place. Other counties have unfortunately suffered through theft within their office with those gift cards just out there. But that's something we're thinking through. And at this point right now, it seems like we are going to go into that system and use the next 6 months to get there so that when we move into the new space, we have the security parameters in place and the accountability checkpoints and all that. But that way we anticipate potentially no later than January, all financial assistance is going to be either direct vendor or gift card issuance.
Well, talking about gift cards until we move, I mean, you can buy limited gift cards. They're not hard to get.
Right.
I mean, we don't have to go out and buy $10,000 in gift cards at one time, correct?
Right.
I mean, what is our average food, clothing allowance a month?
Yeah, so you would have been provided, and Pam was gracious enough to do that for us. So here is the comparison of month to month, and also comparison of 2024 to 2025. That's where you see the assistance.
Well, that's
that's total assistance.
Yeah, that's not what we're giving. My question is, what is our average that we give on food and clothing each month? We shouldn't have an abundance of gift cards around because it causes issues.
Right.
I think we should play it close to the vest.
Yeah.
And there should be, every gift card should be registered in, logged in and logged out, which I'm sure that will be, but I'm just saying. Just things that we've had happen through the Department of Ohio American Legion with gift cards. We give gift cards out to veterans in the hospital, and we were having a problem accounting for some of them. So we really tightened our security on that.
Those are all considerations.
Yeah.
But we average about $4,000 to $5,500 a month in food assistance.
So if we have 10,000 under lock and key in your safe, is that where they're going to be here?
Yes, for now it would be located in our safe, but it's the signing out, signing in.
Yeah.
That we'll have to make, right? So that's the update. Right. And then the last item under new business is this is Quality Inn site visit. You have the kind of synopsis. The Quality Inn Suite still operates as an active hotel, but it has just been recently approved as a HUD batch facility with the VA and HUD. So what we're hoping to show the commission is the entire 6th floor has been designated as a veterans-only transitional housing floor. So HUD batch houses single veterans there, and there's just, unlimited potential for what this building could be if down the road it becomes exclusively a veterans housing, transitional housing facility. So they're happy to accommodate. I did a tour. It was fantastic, and so we'll do that tour as we complete this meeting. Just a reminder to the board, it's my understanding for the agenda, we're going to adjourn this meeting, and then our van is going to be ready to transport us and shuttle us down the road to the Quality Inn. There's a quorum here. Advise no discussion amongst the quorum of commissioners. It's simply a site visit just to tour the facility. Any of your questions?
Right. Before we, do that, do any of the commissioners have any, updates? Anybody wants to give any updated, why don't you talk about your donut visit
Well, I did, I mean,
to everyone?
it was great. I mean, it was something that I had requested, because our organizations is up there, and I do it with DAV, and I've seen the importance of veterans getting the information about Hamilton County Veterans Service. They did not know about it, and they stand in line waiting at that window to get service, and they get turned down. The guys that need DD 214, so I send them down here, and they come back, oh man, they helped me. So I thought if we had give donuts and have our VSOs up there to help these veterans, and it really helped them. And a lot of them like, thank you, I didn't know about y'all. Oh, they had bad experience down here. Now they said, oh, we don't have that. So the word is getting out in a positive note about Hamilton County Veteran Services. So it was a great program, and I like to see, people on the board to come up on the first Tuesday, just come by, maybe stay an hour, something like that, because it's really rewarding for a commission. Thank you.
Also, all those are going to the training up in Dublin in August. Need to let Pam know if they're going to go to the banquet or not. I'm sorry.
July.
Oh, I mean July. I'm not trying to get rid of August already. I'm going on vacation in August. That's why. In July, if you're going, well, first of all, if you're not going to the training in July, you need to let Pam know, or she can cancel your room.
All rooms have been reserved already.
Yeah, I'm saying if for the reason you're not going, let Pam know for she can cancel your reservation. And, please let her know if you want to go to the banquet, because,
And the guests.
and the gas, and I think they need your meal selections. They need it now, so
It's the banquet Saturday evening.
Saturdays.
I've never gotten any information on it.
The banquet is Saturday evening. I think it's chicken, beef, or vegetarian, from what I read on, wasn't that it?
I didn't get some, but I got everything.
Well, I know, you have to let them know your selection. So I believe it's beef, chicken, or vegetarian. I want 2 beefs.
Chickens. What's the date?
July
You
26th.
don't have to go to the banquet on Saturday night if you don't want to.
It's training.
But it's whether you do the installation of the officers and, all that. I'm looking real quick to see if I can see my email that I got from, them last night.
Then I didn't get it, so I'll talk to you.
The training begins, I'll go on Friday, right? Friday the 25th.
Yeah, but this is Saturday, the banquet.
Are you ready for the training?
Yes.
Commissioner training.
I've been planning to.
Oh, here it is. I got it. So the banquet is on July the 26th. And it doesn't cost you anything. And he needs to, what did he say now? Confirm. Guest. All right.
Is there training on the 26th?
Yes.
Yes.
Or just the 25th?
Yes.
All
Good commissioner training.
Yeah, new commissioner training's Friday. Starts-
Okay, yes, it's beef, chicken, or vegetarian.
Okay.
This is the banquet dinner. If you're not gonna go, say you're not gonna go because the association pays for the dinner, so we don't wanna stick them with a bunch of tickets.
Not going. Oh, you will not be there. Yeah.
And if you're not getting emails from the association, then when you're up there, you need to make sure that your email address is on their list, because that's how they send them out.
Oh, no,
When
I
did you
would.
get that?
Okay.
I don't think I got it.
I never do.
Madam President, the van is ready. The van does have a pickup of a veteran at 2:00.
Okay.
So
All right, so is there any other business to come before this meeting? If not, I will move for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Can I just verify that everyone is available for the, well, not everybody, but the next meeting is posted as August 13th, unless there's a change.
Everybody good with August the 13th? Yep, it'll be August the 13th at 10 a.m. All right. All in favor of adjourning, saying aye? Aye. Those opposed, and